So, ladies, are y'all scared to get what y'all want? And is this the reason why y'all ain't being straightforward with these men when it comes to your standards and what it is you're available for? Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe to Peacefully Real. Um, so y'all don't miss out on my dialogue on these relevant topics. So, as I've shared with y'all before, you know, I'm single and I am dating. Um, what I'm saying? I have um, the desire to be married, and so I am meeting and getting to know men because I don't know when my husband gonna holler at me. But one thing that I've noticed in my conversations with men is um, a couple of things be happening. One, uh, they're always, you know, very inquisitive about what it is that, I'm looking for and what it is that, um, what I'm saying, um, I am hoping to see happen. And, first of all, I'll make it very clear. I don't do the looking. That's man work. I am um, a good thing that will be found. All I do is share my availability because if I don't share it, they ain't gonna know. Um, you know what I'm saying? I get asked, whether or not I'm in a relationship and like, oh, you ain't in a relationship. Da, da, da. So if I don't let them know that I am single and available for marriage for the one, these men ain't gonna know. So I gotta let them know. But then they're also usually very surprised that I'm straightforward about what it is I'm available for. And they like, you know, they really typically don't get that response, which is um, I am available for marriage for the one I'm supposed to marry. Um, and like when I have conversations with these men and a man, tells me that, they're really not looking for anything serious right now, um, that's enough information for me to know that that ain't the dude that I should be continuing to invest time in. That ain't a wise use of my time. And I realize just from conversations with other women, like a lot of women really be wasting their time with these dudes because they feel like if they spend enough time or show them their worth, that it'll change their mind. Like I really think men like move like that. Like you really think that you can change a man's mind, or do you think he just gonna take advantage of you spending time with him and uh giving him the benefit of your presence, whatever that ends up being for you? um, but I don't ever feel under any pressure or obligated to adjust my standards or what I'm available for because I feel like I might miss out on somebody. How am I gonna miss out on somebody who ain't even on the same page as me? Like, if we ain't on the same page, we can't walk together. And I feel like not being on the same page is a clear indication that I need to get him out my husband's way. And, like, I'm going to get out the way of all the other women who clearly will entertain a man like that, even though he really ain't talking about nothing. Like, I don't get that. Um, it's to the point for me where I don't even enjoy certain TV shows because it irritates me when I see uh specifically black women who seem to have such a hard time communicating what it is that they want and being upset and mad when a man is not fulfilling their hopes and their expectations that they didn't even communicate. Like that really irritates me. Like I can't stand watching movies or TV shows where women are getting frustrated and irritated with men about things that the women didn't even communicate, so the man never even had the opportunity to be like, okay, I'm down for that, or baby, I can't sign up for that. I'm very communicative. I don't want nobody being confused about where I stand on anything. And if I feel like it ain't a man business or if it ain't nobody business, I just be straightforward and say that. Like, it ain't none of your business. However, when it comes to situations that require agreement, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have them conversations. It ain't never no pressure. It ain't never no expectation that anybody changes how they move or who they are to deal with me. Um, that's not my desire. I want things to be organic and to flow naturally. Um, but I must say I'm very, very disappointed in how a lot of women navigate dating and their raggedy communication. I don't see how you or how anybody can expect to get to the destination they want to get to if they're not being honest with themselves and if they're not being honest with the people who they come in contact with, who they want to possibly go on, the journey to reach the destination with. Um, and like I recently had a conversation with a man, went out on a date, and he kind of struggled with trying to communicate to me what it is that he wanted, and he was kind of like, trying to drop little hints, and I'm childish when it comes to certain stuff. Like I am not. I'm not gonna sit up here and um, try to decipher your little codes. If you don't sound like you know what you talking about, I'ma act like I don't know what you talking about. And so I was straightforward with him regarding where I was at, but I feel like he kind of felt a little nervous to articulate, what it was that he was on to me after I said what I had to say. Like, he didn't want to be in a position where it would be like, well, we ain't on the same page. And I could tell we weren't on the same page just because of how he was pussyfooting around what he was on. And one thing that I have noticed about men dating is men don't have a problem making you a placeholder. They don't. They don't have a problem with using you for your presence and whatever it is you want to offer them, with no intention of moving that thing forward. So I don't really like. I'm gonna waste time with men like that. If a man is not sure of what it is he's available for, well, I'm sure that I don't want to talk to him. I've met men, and that's what's crazy is I meet a lot of men who are marriage minded and are ready for marriage, but that ain't my man. And so I respectfully get out the way so that they can find the woman they supposed to be with when I know it ain't me. So why is it so difficult for women, and now that I have brought up some other examples, men, to just be straightforward about what it is that they want. Um, who cares if it makes the intentions of both parties, um, well, it shows the intentions of both parties are not aligned. Why do you want to spend time in a space with a person and y'all ain't on the same page? Y'all intentions ain't aligned. Why are you signing yourself up for irritation and frustration and disappointment when you can literally live a life of peace and connect with somebody who you're supposed to connect with at the time you're supposed to connect with? Because in addition to wasting your time with these people, people also be very loyal. Like, okay, now that I'm dealing with you, I'm not gonna talk to nobody else. Okay, well, you dealing with this person who has made it very clear that all they really want to do is waste your time. And do y'all even be having a timeline for these like time wasters? Like, okay, he said he ain't really on that right now, so I'm gonna give him 2-3 months to change his mind after he see me play my role. Like, do y'all do that, or is it just something that just goes on indefinitely until you all the way like wrapped in and can't break loose without some like major event that done broke you down? um and I mean, I've seen that. I'm seeing it, and it just further, confirms for me that I have to continue to be very upfront and straightforward about what I'm available for. Um, I don't feel like there is any positive reason for me to be coy about what my dating intentions are and what I'm available for with people who, one, could waste my time or could actually be somebody who could be the one. Like, like, oh, I just want to see what things go. I don't want to just see what things can go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am moving with intention, so I'm gonna make that very clear. And I've had men, say to me like, oh well, um, I want to be married too, but I don't want to be married just because somebody else want to be married. And it's like, baby, don't confuse my dating intentions with me putting any expectation on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether I was having this conversation with you or somebody else, this is my intentions. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm only sharing this with you because you asked, or I want you to know, what type of time I'm on and how I'm navigating this thing. This is not a declaration that I want you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like sometimes men be getting that messed up. Like, I'm just gonna put anybody there. Like, baby, if you have a conversation with me long enough, you gonna know that I don't even move like that. It's gonna have to be somebody special and spectacular for me to, what I'm saying, like, take a situation like that serious. So this ain't no, oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, we gonna put anybody there because I'm just so desperate. No, that is not the case. Please don't get that messed up. But sometimes, but again, that's just one of the things you gotta be clear in your communication about, because people, will misunderstand, um, what my intentions are, and people will not really understand where I'm coming from, because apparently they ain't used to, hearing someone address, um, their dating intentions so, directly. But I don't feel like, what I'm saying, my love life or any intentions or anything that I want to do in my life is something to play with at all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to um, withhold that type of information for fear that other people, won't be able to receive it. Like, that's good information to have. If you can't receive it, then that's cool. And if you can receive it, okay, that's great. Let's continue on, getting to know each other and see where it goes. But yeah, chime in the comments. Share with me, how are y'all moving with communicating what it is that you are um, hoping to see come from dating and meeting people. If y'all are really out here just wanting to have fun and wanting to be casual, are y'all clearly communicating that? And if y'all are wanting something with substance that leads to something worth your time, like marriage, are y'all communicating that, or are y'all, holding it back in fear that you might run somebody off? And you don't think that's a little backwards? You don't think that it's a little backwards to think that being straightforward and upfront about how you moving will run off the right person? I don't see that. I feel like being straightforward and honest about what your intentions are for your life will be positive and will be attractive to the right person. And someone being turned off by that is proof that they want the right person anyway. I mean, but tell me what y'all think. Am I tripping? I don't feel like I'm tripping. And the reason why I think I'm tripping is because I got a lot of peace when it comes to my dating. And the people who I see moving very different from how I move, it be seeming like they experiences be from the pit of hell. And it be looking real rough. But I mean, it. I might be tripping. But y'all let me know. Y'all tell me, how y'all moving, what's working for y'all, if it's really working. And make sure that you like, comment, and share these videos and subscribe to my Peacefully Real page.